Hey YouTube, I'm back once again with a collection video, a video that I hinted at probably at Christmas. It's been that long. When I was looking through the collection, trying to sort out all these out, there was one that I knew that I owned, and I don't remember trading it in. And normally I mark on my collection on the app if there's something that I trade in. If I know I'm never going to get it back, or I'm no longer interested, I'll just remove it from the collection on the app, or I'll mark it as loaned, so it's still in my collection but not visible. And I hadn't done that, either of those, with this one particular item, and I've hunted this house high and low. I thought maybe I lent it to somebody, but I don't think I have. So yeah, it's gone, I think. I don't know what's happened, but that's a Blu-ray. We'll talk about maybe that a little bit more when I get to the Blu-rays. For now, I'm going to do the DVDs. This you probably, the reason why you're watching this video is because it's in the title, but this is my network collection. At least I was just about to say, or at least TV, but in the Blu-rays there's a lot of network movies. I don't know that I've got any network movies in my DVD collection. I haven't seen any, and I couldn't find any. I thought maybe I had the Sweeney. I do have the Sweeney, but it's not a network release. There might be something in here. I remember I haven't looked through these today since I've set up to record this video, but I remember picking something out that wasn't a network release, but I had a related network. Anyway, if we come to that, I may have removed it. If we come to that, I'll talk about it. But yeah, so these are, I think these are all TV shows released by network, who are sadly no longer trading. They went, was it earlier this year or late last year? I think it was probably, no, it must have been last year, if I was talking about doing this collection at Christmas. Yeah, they went bust, unfortunately. So anyway, enough of whittering on, let's get into it. So first up, the complete Adrian Mole, the two series that came out in the 80s. I was absolutely obsessed with this show when I was at school. I really loved it. I don't think it holds up too well now, to be honest. But yeah, at least at the time, it was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy that. And when this came out on DVD, I probably hadn't seen it since the 80s. But yeah, like I say, I probably didn't enjoy it anything like as much. Not that it's bad at all. It just wasn't as enjoyable to me, I guess, as an adult as it was when I was a teenager. I have put these into some semblance of an order, I think, but may not be fully in alphabetical order. At Home with the Braithwaites. This is a complete first season, I believe, or series. It's not a season. Yeah, the first series. This was a show I watched when it first came out. I think I might have only seen the first series. I'm certain there was 4 or 5 series of this. I know there's a box set of all the seasons. Why do I keep saying seasons? They're not seasons. I've been programmed by American TV shows to say seasons, when in the UK it's not seasons, it's series. Anyway, I know there is a box set of all the series of this, but I'm fairly certain I didn't see anything past the first series. Beat the Carrot. This is a live stand-up of Jasper Carrott. Very funny. Been a big fan of Jasper Carrott since I was a kid. Then we have Bill, which is just a random one I probably found in a charity shop. but it's volume 3, which contains quite a number of episodes actually, by the looks of it. I did at one point have the complete first 3 series of this in a box set that I think I got at the car boot sale many years ago and took it to CEX because it was very, very good trading at the time. Bless This House. Now this might be the movie. It says up there, the complete episodes of the Thames television comedy. Oh, sorry, 3 complete episodes. So yeah, this is just, looks like it's random episodes from the TV show. Danger Vision, the Dangerous Brothers, Adrian Edmondson and Rick Mayall. I believe this was pre-Young Ones. It was definitely before Bottom, and the characters that play in this are very similar to Bottom. I remember seeing them on the telly back in the day. I got this in a sale a long time ago from Network, and yet I've still not watched it. This one I got quite recently, I think. It was it is the 3rd series of Dempsey and Makepeace. I've still yet to find series 1 and 2. But again, this was a show back in the 80s I absolutely loved. Can anybody guess why? As a teenager. Yeah, so definitely like to find the other 2 series of that. Another show I enjoyed back in the day. This is the complete series of Dick Turpin. I had, prior to buying this, even though I'd watched it and enjoyed it at the time, it was one of those things that just completely disappeared from my memory. And it wasn't until I saw this, again, I think it was in the sale. It might have been on eBay, but I think it was probably in a Network sale. And I thought, oh yes, I remember that program, and I really enjoyed it at the time. I was probably not that old. So yeah, I got that. So I can't remember what I paid for it. Another nostalgic show from back in the 70s and 80s was The Goodies. Oh, these are so funny. Really, really like these. This is, I believe, volume 1. At the time, it was just, yeah, just The Goodies at Last. I guess this was probably one of the earliest DVD releases. They did do a volume 2, Goodies at Last, volume 2 and volume 3, which again, I don't know. I have only got this quite recently. This one I have had for a long time. And this is again the Goodies, but this is the complete LWT series. I believe this started on the BBC and were there for many years, and then I don't know whether they defected to ITV or whether they were canned by the BBC and ITV said, you know, you can come here and do your show. I don't know how it works, but by the looks of it, they didn't do very much with ITV. It was only one DVD, and that's the complete ITV. Again, such a funny duo back in the day, Hale and Pace. This been the 3rd series. Really, really good. Sketch comedy. They were brilliant. Heartbeat. Again, another program I really enjoyed at the time. The entire show was set in the 60s, yet it ran for about 18 years. Pretty sure there weren't 18 years in the 60s. But yeah, I've got all these I got on Vinted for like £1.50 a piece, and they were a bargain because I think they sell for a lot more than that in CX. I got the 1st series, the 3rd series, and the 4th series. This one I've never heard of. I probably picked it up in a charity shop because it had Network on the cover, I imagine. But it's Alan Cumming. It was always fun. The High Life. I guess it's about get into focus there. I guess it's about air stewards and stewardesses and pilots, I guess. So it's probably all set on a in and around an airplane and possibly a airport. Yeah, I should check that one out. Some music. Mark Bolan. Is it music or is it documentary? Maybe it's a bit of both. Yeah, I've not watched that one. What's up next? Muck and Brass, a show that I remember by name, but I don't think I ever watched. Again, Mel Smith was always really funny back in the day. I don't know if this is serious or not. I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know. Yeah, I've not seen that. Very, very funny. Rick Mayall in The New Statesman. It's been the complete series, all 4 series. Yeah, a lot of fun. Now these 3, I'm certain, should be in a box set. Again, I bought these on Vinted really, really cheap. But I'm certain that they should be together in a box and not individuals. So we've got Sapphire and Steel, this 1 and 2. There is no barcode on the back of any of these. But as far as I can tell, it's the complete series. This is 3 and 4. Great 80s, 70s and 80s probably. Sci-fi. Not actiony at all, but really, really good for the time, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, didn't say, did I? This 5 and 6. So I'm certain that is the complete complete series. I think there was 2 series in total. I can't remember how many episodes, but I'm guessing if there's 6 discs and probably 2 episodes a disc, that would work out about right, because in those days most TV shows were 6 episode shows. I don't know why that was the thing, but certainly with comedy shows and some dramas, a series with 6 episodes. It just seemed to be the norm back then. These I think I got in the charity shop. Second Thoughts, James Bolam. You can never tell. He used to do comedy back in the day, but he's also done a lot of drama as well. So I'm not sure if this is comedy or drama, but that's the 4th series, and I guess this one's the 5th series. Yeah, so they made a lot of these. I do not remember this show from when it was aired, be it in the 80s or the 90s. I just don't remember it, even by name. Spitting Image, again, loved this as a kid. It was so funny. This is the complete 7th series. I think there was about 11 or 12, and they did try and revive it a couple of years ago, but I don't think it was as popular. Although I also think it was on BritBox. Am I right in saying that? Which was a subscription service, so maybe that's one of the reasons why it wasn't so successful. From the early 90s, I have a little bit of a story about this show. Stay Lucky with Dennis Waterman. I pretty much watch anything that Dennis Waterman did. I always loved the stuff that he did. So yeah, I've got Stay Lucky, Series 1 and Series 2. Now, many years ago, I want to say 1990, I went for an interview in a hotel in Harrogate. I mean, I went to several, but this one particular, it was a big hotel. I can't remember the name of it now. and pulled into the car park. There was me and a friend. He was just coming for the ride out for the day. Pulled into the car park. It was really, really busy. There was one parking space right by the entrance. So what would you do? You park in it. Got out of my car and I was just heading towards the hotel, and some guy comes running up to me. They were filming a TV program, and that parking space was set up ready for the next shot. Somebody was going to drive in and park there, and I'd taken it. Why they didn't have some cones up or somebody stopping it, I don't know. But yeah, and it turned out it was this program that they were filming. I always thought that was just a good little story. I still remember that to this day. Right, what have we got? So this is what I was talking about. So I have second series of Two's Company. I had a TV show that I don't remember by name, at least. Looks like it's Donald Sinden. It probably says there, even though it's slightly out of focus. Yeah, it is. But I also have the first series of this show, but this isn't a network release. So at some points, either before network got hold of it or afterwards, somebody else put out this TV show, at least the first series. Hopefully there's a first series. Network, I'm sure network would have put out the entire thing. That's what they tend to do, even if they are an individual series releases. But yeah, just something a little bit weird. This again, I think I got in the charity shop. A show that I was never interested in when it was on TV back in the day. Upstairs, Downstairs is kind of a 70s version of Downton Abbey, but infinitely more boring, at least at the time. For a kid it was. I got this cheap in the charity shop a few years ago. I've never watched it. I don't know if I will. I think they tried to revive this as well. I've got a feeling that this was something else that was revived or attempted to be revived at one point. Whether it was, I would imagine it would be a whole different cast, because a good chunk of them from back in the day would be passed by now. And then finally, for the DVDs, I have this random 2 episodes, I think, of The Sweeney, which I've had for a long time. This is an earlier. I do have a couple of others in here that you'll have seen with this sort of artwork. But yeah, this is definitely an earlier network release where they weren't putting complete series on a release, but just random episodes. But then several years ago, I came across this in a charity shop for £5. And if anybody remembers that video, it was a little bit weird. I don't know which one of these. Each one of these is a series, so there's 4 series in total, and they're digi packs. And one of these, this plastic digi tray, was stuck on the wrong side of the box. I think it was on the end, one of the ends, on the outside, and it didn't quite go in the box properly, and it looked like it had been done that from the factory. And I did manage to unstick it and put it, using the same glue, put it in the correct place. I did look at this at one point a while ago, and I think you can still see the marks. I'm going to try and have a look. Maybe it's just the lighting in here or what, I don't know, but I've looked over them. I can't see the marks where the glue was. I probably do still have that footage somewhere, but I've got years and years to go through. I don't know if I would ever find it. If by some miracle, maybe I can find it on YouTube and or even link to that video. because that video will still be up on YouTube, but it's, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I suppose back in those days, quite often my thumbnails were a picture of what I'd bought that particular week or month, so maybe I might be able to find it. If I can find any of that footage of this, I'll stick it in here now. If not, that'll be it for this part of the video. I'm gonna cut here, and then probably do a separate video for the Blu-rays in this collection. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you found this interesting. I want to do some more random. I know I did the video CD collection fairly recently. I haven't really looked back to see whether that video did well or not. But yeah, I maybe want to do some more random sections, let's say, of my collection. I mean, I've got all my TV shows here, or Blu-ray TV shows at least. But I think I've done them already, maybe years ago. And then some of my 3D stuff, although a lot of it's underneath. So I probably have to pull all this out to get to the 3D stuff. I wouldn't mind going through my 3D collection again, actually, because that's probably changed a lot since I last did that. And then a little bit higher up there, I've got my Super Jewel cases, but I don't know that that's changed that much in the last few years. It's grown for certain, but I'm not entirely sure by how much. And I mentioned in my last pickups video that I was looking through my Marvel, or my non-MCU Marvel releases, so there's possibly a video to do there. But anyway, like I say, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Ta-ra. Part 2 coming soon. But this is the complete digitally remastered Sweeney box set on DVD. This thing is massive, and it was a £5. Now there is just one thing about this that really annoys me, and it's absolutely immaculate, and I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's something not quite right there. What I thought that was actually a slim case DVD inside. Maybe it's the movies, I thought, even though I've got both of those movies on Blu-ray now. You can't get these on Blu-ray except for the first series, which is well out of print. For whatever reason, they never put network, that is, never put series 2, 3 and 4 out on Blu-ray. Maybe the first one didn't sell well, I don't know. But it's a nice hard case, which I like. And you've got these digipacks, which again, nice hard card. And they open out, and you've got 4 discs per series. So that's series 1. Again, series 2. Series 3. And series 4. Can you see the problem? So you open it out, and oh, wait a minute. There's what? It's there. I don't know how that's happened, and it's stuck on. It's really stuck on. Now, part of me wants to take it off. I mean, why wouldn't I? And put it back where it's supposed to be. Now, in my experience, the glue on these is either really flimsy and just pulls away straight away, or it's very strong and will more than likely rip the paper on the card underneath and destroy that picture. Now maybe I'll try a hairdryer and see if I can melt it. But yeah, that's it's so annoying, and it's the only one thing about this that I really don't like. I love the set; it's fantastic, and like I say, it cost me £5 from Shelter. When I walked up to the counter with it, is it going to focus? When I walked up to the counter with it, the woman said to me, she said, "You know, I've literally just put that on the shelf 5 minutes ago." I said, "I must have just come in at the right time then." Yeah, I was chuffed when I saw it. I couldn't believe it. Which also means I'll have to look online. I haven't yet. I think it was Series 1 that I bought, but it was in just a standard fat Amray case. I'll have to see whether that's worth trading in. But yeah, that's, if it wasn't for the Arrow box set that I got, that would probably be my pickup of the day. Really happy about that.